Okay, GameCube is done. Now moving on to the Wii. I got my Wii in 2010. Yes, 2010. It came with Wii Motion Plus and Wii came bundled with Wii Sports Resort. I remember being so psyched because the reason I got a Wii was for Skyward Sword, and at the time there was no mention of it coming with the Wii Motion Plus coming with the game. Actually, I don't know if it came with all games, but I got the well, I'll say that for later. Okay, let's just get to the games. Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resort. I never even really play these. Never Wii Sports anyway. Like once in a very, very blue moon I'll pop this in just for lulz. The where you fly around, that's pretty fun. But that's about it. Whoops. I hardly ever even look at this. Like the GameCube games, I don't really have a lot of Wii games because, like I said, there isn't enough time in a lifetime to play all the games I want. So I guess I just spend time on the ones I like, and the ones I know I like, well, not necessarily. I don't know what I'm saying, but I don't really have a lot. I guess quantity over quality ultimately. First one, Kirby's Epic Yarn. Well, when I saw the footage of E3 2010 right after I got my Wii, I was thoroughly disappointed. This was not the Kirby game I was hoping for. I still got it. I think I pre-ordered it just because I didn't really have all that many other Wii games. Yeah, I did have quite a bit of fun with it. One bad thing about it though is that right as I was going to beat the game, I think it was February 2011, I happened to get the flu at the time, right as I was playing this game. Like, I played the game, I felt cold, and like every time I think about this game, unfairly I'll remember being sick, and it just leaves an even worse taste in my mouth than what I already had, which was an imperfect Kirby game. But I don't think it deserves all the hate that it gets, and Chugacon or LP'd the game, so now it's got, you know, loads of fans, so yeah, I think it's doing pretty good for itself. Okay. PokePark Wii. This was around the same time as Kirby's Epic Yarn, and being a Pokemon fan, I just had to get it. I didn't think it would be as much of a kid's game as it was, but my gosh, was it just so unexpectedly lame. I got to the ghost level, I think, in like a week, and then stopped playing for some reason. Can't remember why. Maybe not a week, maybe a little longer, but I got there and then just stopped playing the game. I got back to it briefly and a few months later and beat the game completely, getting friends with all the Pokemon and stuff. I thought about getting PokePark 2, but never got around to doing that, even though it looks way better than this, because there's more stressing on befriending Pokemon instead of the mini-games, which I didn't like about this. I hardly remember anything about this except the areas, like the ice area. I remember really liking that one, and the area with Flygon, and the Dragonite, that sky area thing. I like that. You know, I like the grass area. You know, this is a fun game, even though it's really for children. Yeah. Oh, Kami. I heard amazing things about this game, especially if you're into, you know, Japanese culture, which I was heavily, and still am heavily into. And it's, you know, I rarely hear someone say anything bad about this game, and I really can't either. I could not get into this game when I was into games. Because, well, probably the biggest reason was just, it's so comparable to Zelda that when I play this game, I think, man, I wish I was playing Zelda. And end up just stop playing this in order to play Zelda. I think the farthest I got in this game, haven't got to Ryoshima Coast yet. I can definitely rate, it says 9.5 out of 10, and I'm not disputing that at all. I just, for some reason, I can't get into this, and I really don't know why. But it's a phenomenal game, I'll admit, but I just can't get into it. Pikmin. New play control. Got this at GameStop. Thinking that I'd get into it, because Chucky Conroy LP'd it, and I figured, you know, looked pretty entertaining. Because I wasn't into it when it was out for the GameCube, nor Pikmin 2, yet got this, and what do you know, never played it. Just figured I would one day, but just there's not enough time. And now there's definitely not enough time, so I don't know what to say about it. Brawl. The most played Wii game I have. It's probably the same for many people. I mean, it just goes without saying, if you know anything about games and you're more than a casual gamer, you'll know how amazing this is. Just the plethora of characters and collectibles and everything. I mean, online, even though I guess that sucks. Not too many people play online now. My favorite characters in this game are Toon Link, Marth. I'm starting to use Snake because I'm into Metal Gear Solid now after I played Twin Snakes. Let's see. I've tried Mario, I've tried Olimar, Kirby. I tried Zero Suit Samus and Zelda Sheik, but I did try Pokemon Trainer as well, but those first ones I mentioned are really the only ones I still regularly play as. I mean, I don't really regularly play this anymore, but especially the tedious one-player maze mission, what is it, subspace thing, Emissary. Man, the summer I got this, 2011, if there's two things I remember about that game, it's the Virtual Console games I got, and going through the Subspace Emissary, just not knowing what I was doing. But even though it's not as good memories as I'd hoped, this is just a phenomenal game. Maybe not the best, but the most worth it game on the Wii. I know a lot of Wii games are akin to the, you know, gimmick motion controls, but this is just, if you own a Wii and you have self-respect, you pretty much have to own this game. And when I saw the trailer for this game, I was so excited I could hardly contain myself. Kirby's Return to Dreamland. Yet another game I pre-ordered. I actually got it earlier than I was expecting, and ended up 100% completing the game faster than I had ever 100% completed any game ever. I was so into it. But ironically, I never touched it after that. It took me less than a month. I mean, I think it came out... Yeah, I got the game Halloween 2011 and beat it before like November whatever, 20th or something. So yeah, I was way into this game, just non-stop, just plow through the game. I mean, I could go on about how amazing it is. 4 players, even though it's just me playing. Just, I remember hardly anything about it other than just non-stop playing, because I plowed through it. But man, it's hard to get into a game like I was into this. I doubt I ever will be into a game as much as I was into this for as briefly as it was. And the reason part of the reason I probably plowed through this was because, if you're probably aware, another game was coming out in November that year. Skyward Sword. The reason I got a Wii. I got the Wii Remote Plus with this, the golden one. When I saw the trailer, I was really disappointed with the graphical style, but I stopped caring about that in like 2 weeks later. Just seeing Zelda, her new style, I thought was really cool. I didn't care for Link as much. Actually getting to play the game, it was so compelling from the start. I mean, the start of the game is really slow, admittingly, and I might do a single review on this game, because I could just go on and on about this. And I probably will. I'll probably do that for a lot of my favorite games, just do like a 10-minute review on everything. But this, I don't know if you could tell, but what I've done is gone through like least favorite to favorite, and this is actually not my favorite game on the Wii. That belongs to another Zelda game, Twilight Princess. I do prefer this style graphics to Skyward Sword. I do prefer the combat in Skyward Sword, obviously, because it's just better. I mean, it was made better. Wii Motion Plus, obviously, but the overall game design and world, I definitely prefer Twilight Princess. The areas in Skyward Sword, even though a lot of people complain about Twilight Princess, the areas that you just go to once and then never have to go back, I like those areas, and I don't really care for the areas in Skyward Sword that you have to keep going back to, which is awesome in its own right, because there's just so many clever things about it, and I'll definitely talk about that if I review the game. I don't really remember much about either of these, but because I haven't been into gaming for a while, but I definitely prefer the style of Twilight Princess to Skyward Sword. But they're both phenomenal, don't get me wrong. I just definitely prefer this in every aspect. Not every aspect, I don't know why I said that. A lot of people prefer Skyward Sword over Twilight Princess, and I can totally understand. I just disagree. Just when I got my Wii, this was one of the first games I got with it, and I just could not put it down, except occasionally to play Brawl. But this was just so phenomenal. It still is. I mean, I have trouble deciding whether I like this, Ocarina of Time, or Wind Waker better. They're definitely my 3 favorite games. Like, it goes them 3, then probably Skyward Sword, then well, as far as the 3D games go, I mean, the 2D handheld ones, I haven't played a lot of those, and the ones I have played, I don't feel I have the right to compare them, because I haven't played all of the 2D games. I'm just getting way off topic. what was I even saying? Yeah, favorite game on the Wii right here. Just barely beating out Skyward Sword, but it's definitely superior in my opinion. And that takes care of the non-virtual console Wii.